We'll try again. Made a mistake then. I'm sorry about that. But, well, good afternoon to you. Today's Wednesday. I hope everybody's all right. Staying safe. A lot of people around down here going round. A lot of them. But they all seem to be smiling. The weather's nice. You know, it isn't too cold. The wind has died down. Drop of rain done all the gardens good, didn't it? The grass won't cutting again, I believe. But you'll have to wait a bit more longer there, though. Now, I'm going to do one there today. This one's called Silas, if that's all right. Little Silas one. Hello, that you, 'tis my handsome. Yes, I'm fit again now. Do for another day, suppose. Anyhow, I forgot to tell you about Silas. He was the twin brother of Decky, you know. Decky, he was the one with the third eye, and he was took out of the oven before he's baked. When mother went into hospital to have baby, she didn't know she was going to have twins. Of course, Dickie was first born. Jet black hair he had, shining from the light of the full moon outside. Next thing mother knows, Silas was born. My God, he'd seen some faint and wishy-washy, and the hair of him, 'twas as white as snow. Eyes of him all like pink-like. Is he albino or someone asked father. No, you 'tis your son Silas, replied mother. But his hair is white and Dicky's is black. Well, says mother, must have been the full moon last night turned his hair white. Me, I'd have blamed the milkman. Of course, they weren't identical twins, with hair not the same colour and Dicky twice the size of Silas. Silas always seemed brim-wished when growing up. Sometimes looked like a dying winner, he did. Always bleeding about something. After going to school, Silas come home grafted most days. Always one, innit? Mother, he asked, what's for tea? My innards is cracking. A bit of nicey out. Yes. Well, he stopped bleeding when I'm talking to you, said mother. When we sat down for tea, always was a lot of chatter beside the table. Well, I'll stop a minute, says mother. Eat your tea. Don't want to hear another squeak from me. Bit of nice fresh lettuce to go with your tatas. But, replied Silas, stop mumbling in your chin like an old hen in a haystack, replied mother. Not another word until the tea is finished. After tea, did you want to say something now, Silas? Asked mother. No, too late, says Silas. Comes on, what's on, says mother. Well, I was trying to say to you had two slimy slugs in your lettuce. Then there was a knock on the door. I know that knock, said father. Yes, it's Mabel from next door. What do you want now? We'd a caller, have you got? Well, could he spare us a little bag of tatas and some bread and marge, please? Yes, says mother, with her eyes rolling up to Mabel. Hang on here a bit, says father. I can't expect you to carry that bag with tatas and bread home all in this snow. You could fall down and hurt yourself. Call back in a week or two. Before she left, Mabel says, I seed Silas down in the middle of the stream, standing right up to his armpits, he was. I thought he was home from school with a very bad cold on him. Catch his death he will down there. Yes, I've got a bad cold on him, replied mother. He went doctors and they gave him some very strong medicine and told him he had to take it in water. Silas started courting with Dora. Little thin maid she was, with a face like two plates slapped together. Legs of her like linnets, as mother used to say. But Silas loved that little maid, courting her for 5 years or more. He'd come home for tea and go round courting. Father reckoned Silas was always hanging around the back door of Dora's house like a tomcat round a dustbin. Anyways, Silas decided to move into a place of his own, leave Grannock Moor and move up to Gwynter Town. But still come home for tea every night. Of course, he didn't like the dark, so Dora had to walk home every night and see him to his little place. One night he surprised us all by saying he asked Dora to marry him. Well, says father, you know that he's the runt of the family, so you'll have to tell him a bit about the facts of life for when he gets married. Silas come in one night. Father called to him. Mother beats a hasty retreat upstairs. What's on, father? Asked Silas. Well, 'tis like this here boy. Sit down and pull up a chair. And father starts whispering in his ear. It was me and ma that says when you're born you get you from under a gooseberry bush. Well, tidn't like that too. The midwife lady brings a little baby in a little black bag when you both decide to start a family. My God, it's at the time. Bye now. I'm doing a little poem here now by David Prowse. It's called Up the Creek. I never been one of they to be messing about with boating and maritime habits. I'd rather be out in the meadows and the fields with foxes and badgers and rabbits. But sometimes a stroll by the silvery sands provides me with suitable reason as to why I'm adverse to these naval pursuits at this busy time of the season. For, down by the fowl with some time on our hands, we watched this young couple arriving. A trailer-borne yacht came freewheeling behind as he sought to impress with his driving. But it took him a while to find somewhere to park. Then each of them swept into action, unhitching and pulling the trailer around, which seemed to drive both to distraction. Well, they got off the slipway, offloaded the yacht, and started to their toings and froings, as umpteen provisions were fetched from the car, so Lord knows how far they were going. The trailer tarpaulin was stuffed in the boot, and by now there were others stood waiting, so the car and the trailer were linked up again and removed with a grinding and grating. So we're rapidly tiring of spectator sport, so ambled away by the water. When we come back, they were still on the slip, with expressions that prophesied slaughter. He ranted and raved over rigging and sails with words that would flummox a chaplain, in a cap that proclaimed to my innocent eyes he couldn't be less than a captain. I said to the missus, my dear, when we're rich, and you're seeking my pleasure or pardon, don't buy me a yacht as a symbol of wealth. I'd rather be weed in the garden. Thank you very much, and take care.